We've got the man who is extremely stressed out right now, who I think in the last 2 days spent about 7.5 hours painting. It is Mike Price. Thanks everyone. Welcome me, I guess, to the podcast. Joining me is a man who, when I did this last season, I very much wish I put him as my winner pick. It is Sam O'Connell, aka Sock.
Come on.
So, well, I think first of all, let's get the bad news out of the way, Sock. Bad news for our viewers because the virtue of you being on this podcast means that you will not be eligible to be playing. Um, we decided to put all of our sock chips in one and thought let's just get them on one podcast rather than on the season.
Fortunately, no. Bigger other things. I was too good. I had too. I'd ruin the season if I was in because we all know what's going to happen. We all know who's going to win.
Yeah, he was actually he's been cast for American Survivor season 50, so he's obviously
Bigger
not going to
things.
be in the country
Bigger
at the
things.
time. Sock is currently unaware of who the cast is, and obviously this is the furthest out I've ever done this assessment. So we're just going to do our best with what's in front of us, and then if anything does change, then we can claim that we would have known what would have happened. I can present to you, Sock, the players that will be in the game and the current tribe divisions. Very briefly prior to this, ranked how the finishing positions that I expect of these players. So I will give you an opportunity to have a
Yeah.
couple of minutes to figure that out for yourself. But then we've also got several other categories that we may also rank people on. For example, who's going to be the most strategic, who's going to be the victim of the biggest blindside, that kind of thing. So we'll have
Mm.
plenty of fun along the way. We're going to do a full cast assessment here. So yeah, first of all, I mean, obviously you're in Southampton currently. You got to assume that there's going to be at least a few players from there. What are the rumours you've heard? What are the speculations? What's been being said on the streets?
Well, I've heard Big Dog is playing. He's been warming up. As of 2 weeks ago, Big Dog started running 2K every day in preparation. So that's a man on a mission, a man ready to win. Um, I've heard rumours of Isaac Dugas and a Noel Clark returning to the game. Um, Noel, I think it's his third season, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping Dugas actually does something past follow Big Dog this time, but I'm not sure we'll get that. I also know one Barnaby Greenfield, Lenny's brother, is playing. He was trying to pre-game with me at a frisbee tournament I went to, so I'm happy to name and shame him on this podcast. Bill is pre-gaming. Note that. Um, who else? I feel like a Faris and a Holly, that duo is going to be in. Zal maybe. Oh, and I've heard rumours of Lenny's another Lenny sibling coming in. Lizzie Greenfield might be entering the fray.
Wow. So the most pre-gaming that's sort of that's touched your ears has been Barnaby Greenfield.
Yeah,
Yeah.
straight up asking me and Isaac to do this if we were going to be there. Illegal.
To be fair, I'm not sure I actually really tried to crack down on it this time. I feel like there's a lot of etiquette around it, but I think pre-gaming just doesn't work at all. So it's just quite funny to sort of, and also with Bill, like he's not going to know a lot of people very well, so I don't feel, you know,
No, I think it's criminal, Mike.
I think he's at enough of a disadvantage potentially with, well, we can see his tribe and then we can decide if he's at a disadvantage. Are there any players that you'd love to be there? And then obviously the ones that you will say now that aren't in there, I'll just cut that out.
Um, I would love Strathclyde's Beth to be in there. I just think that'd be a phenomenal gameplay. Um, Max Berline, I've heard the last update of him is he's somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. I'm gutted he won't be there. I'm really hoping TG Robbo's there. I'm sure he'll be great entertainment. Who else? Finn Wang, Sam Sorensen, the legends of the game, the ones we all aspire to be. Game's not the same without them. I pray they are there, but I do fear they will not be.
Listening to that, my biggest regret is not messaging Finn Wang. Oh
Oh,
God, I should have done.
I saw him
That
in the Sainsbury's the other day.
is he's. Oh, I didn't know he was around. I had no clue.
He's grown his hair long. That's nice. He was in the shampoo aisle, obviously caring for that hair.
Oh God, I had no idea he was still around. Oh, okay. Well, You can rest assured if anyone drops out in the next couple of days, Finn Wang,
Oh, please.
hopefully we'll have a free weekend. Just crack straight on. We won't go too deep into any kind of advantages or stuff that may or may not appear, just because things can always change. So we start off with the Green Tribe this season. It's called Lacerta, and it features 9 players. So we do have a cast of 18 this season,
Ooh,
as
bigger.
it stands. So same as last time.
Oh,
Let's see who we're starting off with. Okay, so
classic.
our first player is, as expected, Lenny Greenfield back in the game. This is a surprise to no one. It's his third time playing. He's finished sixth. He's finished fifth. Can he go even better this time with all of the heat surrounding him? I think Lenny's story will be an interesting one to see this season. I think if he can make it through the tribe stage, you can never count him out.
I pretty agreed. He's known as a snake for a reason. He always slithers through.
Mm.
Um, and I think he either goes early or he goes late. He doesn't go in the middle. I think you have to get him out in the first few rounds, but once he's embedded his roots, he's pretty hard, pretty gnarly to get out. I'm expecting another good game with Lenny. I'm especially scared for Lenny and Noel. I feel like they haven't seen each other for a while, and they'll be very ready to cause chaos if they get given the opportunity.
With a player like Lenny, it very much depends on if he can convince people to work with him, then he'll make quite a good run at it. But there's a chance that everyone's just like, no, not this time. Interesting to see how that works for him. I think we'll have to have a look. We'll have to evaluate his tribe at the end and see if we think he's landed in a good spot here with his tribe mates. See if they're more inclined to work with him or not. Because I think there's going to be a few players in this season that he's not going to know so well. So it'll be
Ooh,
interesting to see how he handles some new players. Yeah, I would say in general we've got a good mixture. I'm not sure there's going to be anyone that will know everyone.
that's good. That
I can definitely say that. But yeah, I think typically Noel's probably the best place for knowing people, but Lenny's going to have some good connections as well. Okay, so who's joining Lenny? All right, we have
classic.
Isaac Duga making his return for a second season, fresh off his blind side in season 2, where he was eliminated by who we thought was his tightest alliance in Divya, betraying him, joining Lenny, Holly, and another complete snake to blindside him and take him out of the game. Sock, I mean, obviously you've played with Isaac as well. So what would you say are his chances this time?
I think his chances are pretty good. He's got a good rep. People are going to want him on their team because they know he's a yes man. He's not going to betray you. He's not going to shake the boat. He's just going to do as you say. He's yet to have an original thought in the game. He is an Oscar Josky Martin. He's a coward. I think that's a good thing. People are going to want him. Your Lennys, your Knowles, your big dogs. They can only work because you have your Isaacs who are just going to blindly follow. So I think he's going to be. I think Lenny, and if there's any other big players on the Cert or whatever team's called, whatever tribe's called, I think they're all going to be vying for Isaac's affection because whoever locks down Dukas has got 2 votes going for someone at every tribal.
Okay, well, I mean, maybe I'm regretting how I've put people on tribes because the next player we have is Oscar. Have I just given Lenny 3 votes throughout the pre-match? I don't know because when we had Isaac on the podcast, he made a whole thing about how when he plays again, he's going to play differently and he's going to like backstab and he's just basically going to be a dick and just like be a bit more snaky with it. So I think it could be a mistake to trust him long term this season. But I think if he is going to play the snake game, he has to do it a bit later on. Like if he starts pulling out those cards way too early, everyone's just going to get scared of him and vote him out.
Yeah, I say with Isaac, I believe it when I see it.
Okay. All right. So next we have Oscar, who is a former fourth place finisher in Survivor Southampton. Season 1, it was a very deep run for him. Season 2 did a lot better than I expected. I think my expectation was he'd be first out of his tribe, but a very underrated social game from Oscar.
No, he's just going to go straight to Lenny, isn't he? It's written in the card. Yeah, he's going nowhere else but straight to Lenny. And it's just how well Lenny does. It's like how well Oscar does.
But he's always quite good at whoever he gloms onto. He always outlasts them.
Yeah, he'll go out around after Lenny.
I mean, you're forgetting, of course, the beef going into this season
Could be.
between Oscar and a player who hasn't come up yet, but will come up later. Oscar Josky Martin, Ben Roberts beef
Oh.
from last season. I think there's going to be a bounty on Oscar's head.
I think so, but I also think Oscar Oscar will strike back. He can, unlike Dugas, Oscar is capable of a few original thoughts. He can have some influence on his masters. So we might see a Ben Roberts early exit.
Okay, so our final returning player from the Green Tribe, we have Zhao. Back again, has not actually survived a tribal council yet. So keeping our fingers crossed for Zhao this season, hoping
Uh,
that he's able to make it through at least one.
Fresh meat. He's the second that Green Tribe struggles, they're gonna turn and Zhao's gonna get it's gonna be a repeater for Blue Tribe. Zhao is condemned from the start.
So you think Zhao's only there as long as they keep winning challenges?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't have the same relationships as the other guys so far. And people like to vote off people they kind of know. You don't want to vote off a stranger. So Zhao's an unfortunate position, I fear.
Oh no. But maybe if he can bring up the fact that he got voted off first
I think
last.
that would only encourage me to vote him off, to be honest. It'd be fun. It'd be funny to do it again.
Yeah, but I'm not sure who else on the tribe would feel that way.
Lenny, Isaac, Oscar.
No, I think they'd all. Now I'm concerned that they're all just going to team up. But either way, they won't have the numbers yet. Let's see the newer players that we've got on the
Yeah.
tribe, and we can see how it shakes out. So first of all, Sock, you were right. It's not Beth Jeffrey for some of our viewers who
Oh my
have
God,
long
come
memories.
on. Yes.
But we have
My winner pick. Deep run. Instantly deep run.
Sock's calling it straight away. Yeah, so obviously the relationship with Strath will be important for her going in, but I'm just excited to see how she tries to keep him in the game because he is just like a grenade, just waiting for it to explode. It's going to be great to see someone try and protect him this game.
This guy can't wait. Oh. Um, Deep run. Just deep run. She's got the skills, she's got the brain, she's got the athleticism, she's got everything going for her. She's going to be a threat.
I agree, but is it a potential that people will be like, because we don't know her, maybe we should knock her out?
Nah, skunks are scared of people they don't really know. There's people they kind of know they turn on. They're afraid to turn on people they don't really know. So she's going to be safe for the first few rounds of tribal.
Yeah, I mean, who are we kidding? Beth is going to make a very deep run in this game. Mark her down for a final tribal council appearance easily.
Yeah. If I could cast a vote, I'm casting my vote for the win now.
Okay, so next up we have Carol
Ooh,
coming in this season. I think a good amount of muscle for the tribe, definitely. Big guy.
also
Um,
very intelligent. I went to the quiz with him on Monday. He answered 95% of the questions for us.
yeah, bit of a tank. How did you guys do at the quiz? Did you win?
No, he came like ninth.
Okay. Maybe not that intelligent then.
Mate, there's 10 closest answer wins questions.
That is a joke. How many points were they each worth?
25. Yeah, we were struggling. Me, Kai, and Carol.
Mm. Yeah, so Carol, obviously incredibly intelligent. They got to keep their fingers crossed they keep him in the game long enough for the quiz immunity challenge, which will inevitably come up at some point, I'm sure. But yeah, I think also very strategic as well. So I would be afraid of him if I was in the game with him.
I don't know. I've just seen my face in the Home Alone poster. It's just haunted me slightly. Oh God. Anyway, I don't know. I don't want to do Carol a disservice, but I'm getting Isaac Dugas regen vibes.
Really?
I think he's in the line of descent of the Oscar to Isaac to Carol. Another yes
Wow.
man for Lenny.
Okay, mark him down as a yes man. Theo.
Ooh. So Theo and Carol, instant allies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, another, very intelligent guy, very tall, but probably not as like solid as Carol. I'd rather fight him than Carol. But
Yeah.
I think again, I can see them being a very comfortable pair that will work their way through this tribe.
No, so I think I'd work against them. I think the Lennies of the world are going to be threatened. It's going to turn. Also, Theo prone to a mistake, prone to a sloppy error, which I don't think is going to help him in this game.
Right, okay. Well, I mean that's what we're all for
Yeah,
watching those errors and then analyzing them afterwards.
I can see Theo throwing a challenge, and at that point, you're as good as gone.
Yeah, especially right at the start. There's just nothing you can do. Sock, I mean, I was thinking earlier. I think I might have just sort of accidentally chosen potentially one of the best people possible to do this cast assessment with me because obviously there's a lot of these people. I'm sort of a year out of date with exactly what's been going on, but you've been spending the whole year with these guys.
Yeah,
Like,
I saw Carol an hour ago.
well, there you go. Like, what's the deal with all of these relationships between these players? Well, I guess we'll update them as we go on. But
Yeah.
Karen and Theo, I assume, still really
Oh,
tight.
best, yeah, really good friends. Living together next year, they're really tight. Um, Love to see one of them betray each other, but I just don't. I think they're too. I think they're too wholesome to do that.
Yeah, I can see one of them just going early just by like getting voted out by numbers that I don't
Yeah,
think they'll betray each other though.
yeah,
Yeah, not if it happens early. Okay, so this will be a new one for everyone. One of my closest friends, Ian, we lived together for what 3 4 years at uni. He was briefly in Skunks for a time. Obviously, long before pretty much anyone else in the game. If you're trying to imagine how he would play, imagine like exactly me, then take away like most of the survivor knowledge. But I think he's a very strategic player, but he is very indecisive. So I'm not sure that these short rounds will work well for him, where you just
yeah,
kind of have to pick. It's very frustrating playing board games with him. And heaven forbid he find an advantage because he will spend so long trying to figure out when or not to play it. So hopefully he won't for all of our sakes. But I think potential to be a very fun character. But obviously he's the one player coming in not really knowing anyone. Like he's watched a little bit of the previous seasons and obviously spent a fair bit of time with me, who's probably talks about it a lot and the various strategies and how to do it. So I think he's coming in with some ideas. We'll have to see. I think he's landed on a tribe where it potentially tough to not know anyone,
yeah.
but then I think there'll be players that he can work with as well.
No, I'm excited. I think being someone people don't really know, that gives them a first few rounds grace where people aren't gonna. His name is not going to be brought up. People don't really know him. But I
Mm.
think after, in Lenny's words, you get rid of the chaff, he's quickly going to be turned on. He's no Beth Chadwick.
Yeah.
He's not going to make a deep run. I reckon voted out just before the merge.
I think I'll have to hope that there's some luck that goes his way so he can make the merge and then he can get back under the radar again.
Yeah,
Because then as soon as the merge hits, then everyone's looking at the big targets again.
yeah,
You're looking for like a consensus vote, like, well, I'm sure one of the few players that we're going to be talking about soon. Because a couple of consensus votes, then you start picking out the threats, and then suddenly Ian's left at like final 4 or 5. And that's when like
assault
all of
run.
the advantages are out. Everyone's picking on the big players. Maybe he can sneak his way past the Beth Chadwick to the end.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I think he gets. I think if he gets past merge, goes far, but not Beth Chadwick far.
The final player on this tribe, Sock, and I think we've had a lot of players. Every player I'm very excited for, but this might be the one who no one is suspecting to be here.
Oh my! No, what? I swear he's not here. Oh, oh my God! I'm so sad I'm missing it. I have no idea how he's going to do though.
Yeah, exactly. What a
I
wild card.
genuinely, I couldn't guess.
I think for all our viewers who don't know who Lachlan is, I think imagine Max, and then I think that's probably a good starting point. But imagine if Max said just wildly inappropriate things for like film all of the time. Like I'm not sure how much of his confessionals we're going to be able to air, or how many of them are even going to be about the game. But either way, he's one of the people I'm definitely most excited for. What a pick! Like when people have told me who they think is going to be in the game, and I've seen some lists, he's not been on any of them.
I swear he was in like he was in Malaysia last time or somewhere like that. Last time I spoke to him, he's going to be a big presence. No denying.
Yeah, he'll be a big presence for like the 2 or 3 rounds he's there, and then we'll get kicked off and won't, and we'll be kind of chill about it. I think. So
I
yeah,
can't wait for the Lachlan Beth Chadwick interaction. But that's gonna be special.
yeah. I hope he goes all the way to the end.
I think the game would be far better if he did.
Hmm.
If the players love the game, Lachlan wins.
I want to see players throwing their game for Lachlan. Like this is sort of like a Sam Sorensen-esque kind of level of love that we have for Lachlan. It'd be like if Finn Wang were in the game.
Oh, I would lay down my life for Lachlan.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, I think everyone's going to want him to go far. He's not going to have a clue what's happening for pretty much the whole time. So I think he might be in a bit of danger off the jump if like your Carols and Theos are just like let's knock him out. But I think there's a lot of people on this tribe that are probably going to be quite keen to protect him.
Yeah. No, but Theo and Carroll know Lockland. He was around last year.
He's probably going to be pretty well connected then. There'll be a lot of people that want to team with him, and then they'll be having those strategic conversations, and then they'll realize very quickly, oh, this guy's got no idea what's going on.
He's going to be. Oh, I'm looking forward to Lockland in the game. I'm so glad. Oh, I can't believe he's going to be there.
I think Lachlan's definitely going to get my vote for most likely to vote for one of the cameramen.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But he's not going to do it. He's going to do it by accident. He's just going to think they're playing.
Okay, so that takes us to the Delfino tribe, the purple tribe.
Yeah.
He's back. We all knew he'd be here. It's tough. Like you have to try and decide who to split from whom. Isaac Lenny, Big Dog obviously worked deep together in the last game. Big Dog's the one that's been split from both of them this time. So we'll have to see how he does without both of them. I don't know. We've had a very deep run and a very shallow run from Big Dog in his 2 times playing. So this will be his 3rd time in the game. What do you how do you rate his chance this time? I think a lot less protected than he was in season 2. I think there's fewer people coming in that are just like I'm definitely working with Big Dog.
Yeah, I'm worried for Big Dog. He's a serious player. He's a proper player, and people know that. He's probably, for me at least, if I was going into the game, he'd be the one I'm most scared of. I think that's going to harm him. That's going to hurt. But I think he's ready. I think he's been doing it. I know he's been doing this preparation. He's been mind gaming it. He's been following me around the house, trying to analyze my every move. He's learning from the best. So I think he'll do well.
Wow, what a moment it will be if we have 2 winners of Survivor Southampton living under the same roof.
Oh, it's just my genius.
Presumably, if Big Dog wins, then you're fully claiming it as
Yeah, he's learned from a master. He studied me.
okay. Well, I look forward to see where you rank him later on. To see your prediction as to how far he goes. So Big Dog is being joined by Ben Roberts returning. I've protected him from Oscar, or protected Oscar from him by separating them to start off with. So we'll see if either of them makes it far enough for that bad blood to get brought up. But yeah, Ben Roberts returning, I think, came into last season with a lot of people not knowing him too well. So I think he was an easy target, made it further than I was probably expecting he did, and then gets taken out as a sort of consensus vote before you and Oscar, which was potentially a bad move. But I think he's coming into this one with a lot more people that are keen to work with him. I think Ben Roberts is a very good winner pick for anyone watching this and making their predictions.
I disagree. I like to see the rest of his tribe because if it's who I think he is, I think he'll do well in the tribe stage of the game. But I think your Lennys, your Knowles, your big dogs are going to be out to get him. He's someone they know is going to be a thorn in their side, and they're just going to want him out of the game.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm not sure there's enough of the Lennies and Knowles this season to get together to take him out. I think there were more last season, but I think they're going to have fewer like obvious allies. Whereas Ben's got a lot more of the skunks that know him a lot more to sort of
Yeah,
back him.
he'll have his Carol and Theo. They'll work with him.
Mm.
I think no, I don't know. He's not beating Beth Chadwick. He's not. He's just hands down. He's not. But I don't know. Yeah, I think either Ben or Big Dog will be early to go from that tribe. I think they're both two very contrasting characters, and they're going to want to get each other out very quick. So I think one of them's going to go early, and I think whoever doesn't go is going to lead that tribe.
Do you reckon? I think that's the risk with Ben Roberts. I think he's very keen to immediately like take out like who he considers the biggest threat, which is not fun for me because I want all of them to stay in as long as possible. But worry that it would be essentially what Lenny did last season. Like he took out Noel. I guess he lasted a little bit longer, but then he ended up getting taken out when arguably he probably should have kept Noel. I think Ben Roberts probably needs to work with the people that I suspect he's going to end up targeting straight away.
But I don't think they'll work with him, and Ben won't work with them.
So let's see who else is going to be on this tribe then. Ah, yes, return
Yeah,
to the
of
game.
course.
What I'm most excited for, I think, this season is to see if Strath can be voted out 4 times in 2 seasons.
Oh, I think yeah, if he goes pre-tribe, everyone knows he's coming back in on the redemption challenge.
Hmm.
I think Strath and Big Dog, there's a connection. I think, especially if you said that Big Dog's, there's not so many people for Big Dog to have. I think Big Dog and Strath, it's just if Big Dog can keep Strath under a leash.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we definitely. The one thing I think we learnt last season is that Strath is not good at corralling votes onto his side. No strategic bone last season, but I think that makes him such a great ally in this game. But then if you think, well, he's got Beth on the other tribe who he's always going to be loyal to first, like, does that then make him a target again?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I think he does well in the tribe because he's just good to have in your tribe. He's good in challenges. He's a challenge beast. I think he goes near merge.
It's very hard to knock out Strath in the tribe stage. I still don't know why you guys did it last season. It definitely came back to get all of you. It's clear that we both think it's very likely that Beth is going to make a deep run. And I think, do you reckon he's going to drag her down, or do you reckon his
Yeah.
elimination will then make her go back under the radar again?
I think he'll actually. I think he'll make her go under the radar. I think he'll drive some heat off Beth,
Hmm.
and they'll think, "Oh, we got rid of Strath," and then they'll forget that Beth's the real mastermind.
Yeah, I'll be very interested to know the conversations they've had before this game
Yeah,
because they probably will assume that they are going to be on different tribes. Um,
yeah, they've got to.
no one's voting off Strath in the tribe stage, and I think Beth's going to be pretty safe as well. So I think as soon as they hit the merge, I think maybe that could make this could be the reason why Strath might end up being one of those consensus merge boots. If everyone's just like, well, they're a pair, they're always going to work together,
Yeah,
they'll probably go for Strath first, or he could get immunity, and that could be what does Beth in.
very true. Didn't think of that.
Hmm.
I think, maybe Beth Chadwick isn't going as deep
That's
as
the
that.
only way that Beth is not making it to the end.
Yeah,
If she hits the merge with Strath and he keeps winning immunity, so they can't vote him off.
I
That's
think generally, I think that's the only way Beth doesn't win.
it's the only way she's going down for the final final. Okay, well, joining us for a third run at it, it's Noel. He came so close in his first season. Second time, everyone was gunning for him. He doesn't think he's got a particularly good chance. I think now, if people have seen the second season, I reckon they'll go easier on him.
No, I know Big Dog and Strath are teaming up straight away, and they're gonna be gunning. I Noel's gonna be gunning for Ben Roberts. I was in a car with Ben Roberts and Noel yesterday, an hour car journey to say that Noel is gunning for Ben Roberts.
Oh no. I really I spent so long trying to organise the tribes to not put Ben Roberts in a situation where he was fucked. All right, well, so all right, Ben Roberts probably going to be in trouble early on. Damn it!
Well, if you got who I think left, I think you might go. I think you might. I think there's enough people to balance it out.
On each tribe we have four returnees and five new players,
Uh,
so he should have numbers behind him if they can all get it together. But we'll have to see.
yeah,
So yeah, Noel obviously coming back to the game. So you think him and Strath and Big Dog work together? Last season they were on three completely opposite sides to each other.
but I think they get there. They look around. They look at the rest of their tribe, and they they link up. They know how each other play. They all want to do well, and they know that's by sticking together.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Noel, you're probably going to want to bring a Strath along with you because you know he's well. Is he loyal? Because he just kind of never votes for who you want him to vote for.
Yeah, Noel was the one who orchestrated Strath leaving our tribe last time. So some old worries there, but I
Yeah,
think
that's true. I can
I
see
think I
Strath
think
killing for Noel
Noel's learned
straight
his
away.
lesson after last time. I think he stays true.
I think there is a chance Noel could be in hot water from the start this time, but he's
Yeah,
very good at just like manipulating people and getting them back on his side.
he's got Lenny's sliminess.
He's got Strath and Ben Roberts to contend with potentially at the start, and another player on this tribe who we might get to shortly.
Ooh.
Oh, who we're getting to right now. So, Barnaby Greenfield, just for anyone out there who isn't aware of who Barnaby is, all of the shenanigans you've seen Lenny and Noel pull off for the last few seasons, this is one of the main people they learned it from. Okay, all of this like working week, scamming people, all of that kind of thing. This is the person who started all of it. Barnaby is one of the few people that, as of this moment, I've received his video, but it appears he's gonna go straight after the people that he knows, which is
I don't
concerning if your name's Noel.
fair. Because I would have assumed Barnaby would have gone into the game, started chill, and then so team with Noel, and then once he'd found his feet, then would start causing mayhem. But
Hmm.
that's interesting to know.
Yeah, Barnaby, of course, the originator of the term Kayhem, so very very exciting to have him in the game. See if we can get him to say it at some point.
Well, I see Barnaby and Ben Roberts teaming up then. An enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, I think there's definitely some potential there. Those are going to be the two people that are going to have a good old bitch session about Noel in the first round.
Yeah.
I think if they find each other quickly, it's really bad news for Noel. But I think if Noel gets to him first, I think he can work his magic and then he can get Barnaby on his side until the merge at least.
No, I'm excited for this tribe. I think there's going to be a proper death match between two. I think this tribe's going to split. It's going to be a proper death match between the two sides.
Mm. All right, well
I
then
think this is orchestrated brilliantly.
let's see who's going to be the decision makers that will decide which side to go with. So we've got Kai joining the game. I think,
Another loose cannon.
yeah, exactly. I think similar to Lachlan, but maybe slightly more PG. I would just very chill guy. I mean, so you've spent the year with him. I feel like you're going to have a more recent read on him than I will.
I've never seen a man more willing to walk around Jesters or walk around the Mitre garden and just go and talk to random strangers. He's he's a social man.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
he's happy to talk to anyone. Happy to just wander off. Often has random food in his pocket. He's brought out like a leak many a time at socials. You don't know what he's going to do next.
That's true. Well, I did like a dragon themed escape room with him at one point, and there's a load of it's like a medieval theme. We're all like working really hard on these different things, and then I just turn around and Kai's just stood there eating like a packet of minstrels, and I was like, I feel like this is kind of taking me out of the immersion here, Kai.
I feel
Like,
like he could do something in a challenge, which I think would only hinder him.
yeah, yeah. Kai will a very physical player. I think occasionally a bit clumsy, a bit uncoordinated, but very strong. I think will be a solid asset in the challenges. I think, yeah, as you say, extremely social, but I don't think particularly strategic.
No, I don't think so. I think more. I think yeah, very Max Berline type gameplay. Very probably takes everyone at face value when they speak to him, which is not what you want to do.
I think, yeah, he'll be very surprised if it turns out that people have lied to him at any point.
Also, not a killer. Not gonna. I can't see him happily voting then on off.
Yes, that's true. I think that it could be a hard game emotionally for Kai. I
Yeah.
think perhaps one that could be too pure for this game. All right, let's see who we've got up next. Ah, yes,
Yeah.
appearing for the first time, and it is true. So we have Lizzie Greenfield joining the game. How do we think this affects Lenny's chances? Are we better or worse?
I think worse. I think Lizzie's going to be gunning for Lenny as she should. Very excited for her. I'm pretty an unknown quantity for me, so I can't really say too much. But I think definitely will be gunning for Lenny. And I think I vaguely remember her podcast gunning for Noel. I don't see her teaming up with Noel anytime soon. Maybe
Oh,
another Ben Roberts
interesting.
ally.
Okay. Well, Noel has not been put in a good spot. Sorry, Noel. Okay, well, we have
Oh,
Tate joining this season, a complete newcomer to Skunks this year. He's tucked away in the back of that photo, but I I'm excited to have him. I think it's good to have some like completely fresh Skunks blood into the mix. I think he's played a bit for Solent as well, so like he's gonna know like the Knolls and the
yeah.
yeah, I mean all of the current Skunks. So I think he'll be reasonably well integrated. I feel like he's fairly similar personality type to you. Would you say that?
Yeah, perhaps less sporadic, I would say.
Okay.
Less similar, but I'd say slightly less sporadic and chaotic.
Okay.
He's going to do well, especially on that tribe. I think Tate's in. I'm very confident Tate makes it past the merge. The only forward I think is Straff. That's more because I don't know what Straff's going to do, but good relationship with Noel, good relationship with Ben Roberts. I think they're going to be the two power players of that tribe. So I think he's going to be nicely settled in the middle.
The only concern is that if Ben Roberts does go early, then there's a chance that Tate somehow ends up getting exposed, especially if that tribe
No,
loses a lot
I think
early
Noel
on.
keeps in the game. I think either way, I think both of them will remain loyal to Tate.
If they do have that Solent connection, then I can definitely see that bearing fruit for Noel.
I think
And I
yeah.
think maybe we one more. Tommy, also on this drive. I'm very interested to see how Tommy does. I think he's got a bit of a strategic mind for it and a fairly sociable guy. But I mean, obviously you've spent the year with him. Like, has he been at a lot of stuff? Is the question.
No, he has not. He's been to a few socials, but I think I'd be worried if I was Tommy.
Okay.
Your Noel Clarks and even maybe your Ben Robertses are gonna get rid of him quick. Yeah, I'd say his equivalent to Zhao. I'd be scared. I don't think he has the same relationships as other people on that tribe, but he's got the worry of being kind of known, so he doesn't have the immunity of being unknown. So I think he's another. We're not quite sure who we vote. He's a going early.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what happens at this tribe's first tribal counselling because there's a lot of obvious targets, but then a few people that they're just like, well, maybe we should all just team up for this one and take out so and
Yeah,
so.
I think
Maybe,
he.
yeah.
To be fair, I think if Ben Roberts can get on him, I think suddenly Noel's in deep, deep trouble.
Mm. All right, so let's line up the two tribes next to each other then. So if we think if we really think there's going to be a Ben Roberts versus Noel kind of skirmish at the start, I think your floating voters, you've got like a Tommy in there. You're going to have to pick up Tommy, Tate, Kai, those three guys. If you lock them down straight away, I think you've
Yeah,
got a very good
they're your
chance of.
swings. I'm excited for that tribe. I think that's definitely going to be a big death fight between the Noel. It feels like Noel versus like the Empire versus the Rebels.
Yeah.
Ben Roberts' Rebels.
Well, I was kind of thinking that this is kind of shaping up into sort of old school, new school season because I reckon approximately half the players. I mean, we've got what 8 returning players, 10 new players, and you can throw Barnaby into the old school if you want.
Yeah,
I would have called it old school versus new school, but I don't want to like bias the gameplay. So I think as of now we can consider it old school versus new school because I think there's a good chance a lot of the returning players work together because a few of them have like live elsewhere. They don't live around here. But then I think there's a good chance a lot of this current skunks end up working together. So I think there's a lot of interesting divisions, and I don't think either side has like way more numbers than the other.
definitely. And I also think a lot of the returning players have begun to learn their lesson, and they're gonna maybe team up with each other as they work out. It is better just to keep each other rather than divide and conquer. I've done my rankings. I'm just missing one person who's currently apparently going to come third in my rankings. I'm just trying to work out who I've just forgotten. Uh,
Yeah, my rankings I kept I just didn't have it in me to put anyone last. So
I had an easy last
I had a
pick.
few people that I put like pre-merge, but then like the last couple of people I got to, I was just like, oh well, no, I think Barnaby's going far. I think Ben Rock's going. So then I just had to shift everyone further and further down.
Yeah. No, whoever's going to come third on mine is they're going to play a very forgettable game.
Yeah, and still be like the biggest threat to be voted off at the final vote. We'll do the list first because then maybe it'll make the categories make more sense.
Yeah,
And the categories are more fun anyway. Okay, so do you want to start with first or last? Let's start with last. Okay, who did you
yeah,
have in 18th place?
I have. So it's like guessing which tribe's going to come out last, going to lose first. But I put Zhao.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I love the guy, but I just don't think he has the same relations with the players on that tribe,
Yeah, that's fair.
and
For
that's always
similar
dangerous.
reasons, I put Ian in last. If I curse someone by making them my winner pick, maybe it'll do the opposite and it'll give Ian the boost that he needs to make a deep run. So
Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping.
smart.
Okay, 17th. Who have you got?
I put Ben Roberts.
Wow. Okay.
Then I did the maths, and I think Noel gets Big Dog, he gets Straff, he gets Barnaby at least early on, and that's 4 guaranteed votes heading Ben Roberts' way. And then you've got people like Kai and Tommy and Tate who you don't know where they're going to fall. And I think at least one of them can be persuaded by Noel.
I thought Tommy might be the first one clipped from that tribe. Maybe the returning players work together for one or two. I reckon if Ben Roberts and Noel chat straight away, there's a chance that they can figure it out. But
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think Noel goes over to Ben Roberts straight
yeah,
away.
exactly. I think it's unlikely. I think they're
Yeah.
both just going to be bitching about each other from the start. Okay, so 16th, I had Theo.
I also had Theo. So yeah, pretty condemned. I just
Sorry.
think I think Theo spaffed something.
15th place. What? Why have I put him there? What? Okay, well, I hope this isn't true. I put Lachlan 15th.
Oh no. I put Kai. I
Kai.
think Kai just wanders off during a challenge or something.
What? And everyone thinks he's looking for an idol, but he's just chilling.
Yeah, literally that. Or Kai spends the whole strategy time talking to a cameraman or someone from the other
Yeah. Oh,
tribe.
he's so weird. He just made it like a 7-minute confessional.
And meanwhile, everyone else from the tribe is just like, well, we don't know who to vote for. Why don't we just vote for the man over there?
I reckon there's a good chance that they just forget Kai's on the tribe and they're all like choosing between each other. And then someone's just like, hang on, wait, is Kai still in the game? Oh, yeah, let's just vote for Kai.
Yeah.
So that was 15th. Yeah, I said Lachlan, and I hope I'm not right there. I want Lachlan to go really far for the record.
Yeah.
14th, I had Kai 14th, to be fair.
I had Ian.
A lot of people we don't have a lot of faith in.
Yeah, the Kershaw just they run out of people who they kind of know, so they start turning on those they don't.
If you're in a position where you know very few people, I think it's very tough anyway. And also, it's very easy for us to just be able to pick them and then say, oh, they probably won't go very far.
Yeah.
Moving on to 13th place. If it was last season, this would be around the merge. So 13th place, I have Strath.
Oh, I had Tommy. I thought the merge was going to be around ninth place. Oh, I guess because they come back in. I didn't think of that.
Yeah. 13, 12, 11 is like your sweet spot for the merge, really.
Delfino, they got Noel, Big Dog firmly in charge, and they just start picking off.
I'm not sure if Big Dog is able to work with a Knoll.
I think he is. I think with try portion he is.
Who's going to be just like gravitating towards Big Dog on that team? Because I feel like Bill Barnaby will go towards Knoll. Lizzie, I think, will just be sort of doing her own thing, but still with them. Maybe Big Dog has Strath. Do you reckon he'll
Yeah,
put
he is Stratton. I think Noel and Big Dog work well together. I think Noel becomes Big Dog's Lenny.
I don't know, but last game Big Dog had loads of numbers,
Yeah.
but I don't think there's as many people behind him this time.
No, but I just see Noel and Big Dog working very well. I think they both understand their risk in that tribe, and I think they both work well together.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a valid point. So who did you have 13th? You had Tommy. Okay, who do you think's going in 12th then?
I had Lachlan, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think he just does something by then. He's done something so stupid, but he's done.
Yeah, fair enough. 12th place. I had the dog in 12th.
Ooh,
Yeah, Strath and the dog going out back to back. I hope it doesn't happen.
ooh, that'd be tough.
Okay, 11th place. Who have you got?
Barnaby. Yeah, I just think I feel like the Big Dog Noel alliance turn on him. I think Noel would like to get Barnaby Greenfield out.
I reckon for Barnaby, a loss here isn't about losing, it's being specifically betrayed by Noel or Lenny. I think that's what he's coming in with, which is why I think he might gun for them straight away.
I don't know. I think you come in and you want to gun to someone, and then you think, oh, but I want to stay in. I want to stay in a few rounds, and then you
Is that
start.
the mentality? So you come in just like, I'm definitely going for so and so, and then it's just like, well, maybe we can hang out
It
for a
gets a bit
couple of
scary
rounds.
at the start when you're like, you want to stick your neck out,
Right, okay.
especially when you're gunning for someone like Noel.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think Barnaby would want to take out a Noel, but maybe he just doesn't have the connections at that point in the game yet.
Yeah, no. Who does he turn to? I think he mentions it, but I don't think it gets much momentum.
I think if Barnaby wants to take out Noel, he's going to have to do it in the tribe stage because as soon as they hit the merge, there's going to be a lot more people coming from the other side who it might be in their best interest to protect Noel. I think if Barnaby wants to do it, he's going to have to do it while they're still in the tribes.
I can already see like Barnaby talking to Kai and telling Kai, "Let's get out Noel," and Kai being like, "Yeah, my slice will do," and then like biting down Lenny. I'm just predicting that exact conversation.
I want to get a fist bump counter on the number of fist bumps that Kai gives out throughout the season.
I want also another. Oh yeah, an account on how many my slices there are.
11th, I had Tate at 11th. So you've got a lot more faith in Tate than I do.
Yeah, he's a likable guy. He's like you said, he's like me, so he's going to do well.
Yeah, but 11th is probably about the spot that you should have gone out last time if people had their heads on straight.
Yeah, but
To be fair, you had a Lucy last time.
yeah, that did help. No, he did
Passing you
not.
advantages left, right, and centre.
But I think Noel will keep taking the game.
Okay, oh, here's one for you then. Who do you think Strath and Beth will play more like? Do you think it will be more like you and Lucy or Big Dog and Divya?
Me and Lucy.
Or I guess
I
Mark and Amy, throw them in as well. Or Slaw and Carolina.
I think me and Lucy. I think there's a high chance. But I think I see Beth betraying Strath, and I see Strath betraying Beth.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow, I didn't even consider that.
I fully see that on the cards.
Did you and Lucy like have an alliance to a specific point, or were you like you were going to go for each other, and then it just got to a point where you're just like it makes sense for us both to try and keep each other in the game, or
Yeah,
did you
I
say
think we both
pre-game?
wanted to. So my game plan was keep Lucy in the game long enough so I could totally backstab, like properly backstab and betray her. I also think she was doing something quite similar. It just so happened that Big Dog got there first. But I feel like Strath and yeah, Staff and Beth might be doing something quite similar.
I feel like Strath is going to be someone it's going to be fairly easy to gather numbers against, especially
Yeah,
when you're at the
yeah, I
merge.
think good rallying cry around.
Yeah, I don't think Beth is going to have too much issue getting
Yeah,
convincing
no,
people to vote out Strath.
yeah,
Oh God. Okay, so where are we up to? 10th. I have returning player Lenny Greenfield leaving in 10th
really.
place.
I've got Carol. That Green Club's they're picking off for people, and I think Carol's just next on that list. Pierre's gone, doesn't really have much allies left. I think he's done.
Okay. Oh, so you think it's going to be tribe v tribe at the merge, similar to last season?
Yeah,
9th place then. So I'm presuming you're going to have someone from the Green tribe going 9th.
no, I've got Straff.
Oh, okay.
I thought this was the end of the merge, and I thought
Oh, I
this was the
see.
first post-merge round, and I think Straff second for tribes is done. Straff's done. Only it all depends if he wins immunity.
Yeah, I think if there's one thing we can agree on. Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot about immunity. Yeah. Oh, I don't know why I put Strath so low now. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I think you're gonna end up being about right, really. Yeah, I think if by some complete chance he doesn't win immunity in the first couple of rounds, he'll go. But yeah, he's just gonna be immune for ages, isn't he?
Yeah,
Bastard. Who did I have 9th? I had Isaac in 9th.
yeah, I can see that as well. He's used on the tribes.
I think it depends on how he starts to play the game at the merge. Like if
Yeah,
he's loyal, maybe he'll go a little while, but then if he wants to like really take charge, then I think maybe that could take him even further.
yeah.
Okay, 8th place. Do
I've
we have
got
the same
Lizzie
person?
Greenfield.
Lizzie Greenfield. Wow.
I think Lenny wants her gone, and then he gets her gone.
Fair enough. I've got Oscar leaving at 8th.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, so you're really betting on the returning players plus Tate and Beth here.
Yeah,
So you've got Tate, Beth still in the game plus Isaac, Lenny, Oscar, Big Dog, and Noel.
yep.
Ooh.
Who have you got?
I've still got Zhao, Beth, Carol, Noel, Ben Roberts, Barnaby, and Lindsay Greenfield still in the game. 7th place. I've
I've
got
got
Ben Roberts.
you got Ben Roberts. I've got the dog. I think Noel, Lenny, and Big Dog are controlling the game. And I think about round seven, this is when they get antsy. This is when the first. They think we're going to run it through together, get the chaff gone, in Lenny's words, and then win it us three. But I think around round seven, they get this. This is when they start getting antsy, and I think this is when the first civil war begins.
6th place, I have Zhao.
Uh,
Hey, it's way better than last season.
yeah,
He's
better
made
than
a
I
hell of a
do.
run.
I do hope Howard as well. That was so funny, but I just don't think he has relations. I put Lenny.
Okay.
I think I think this is the. I think they turn on each other and then it's game over for all three of them.
Does Lenny try and save Big Dog in the previous round?
No, I think Lenny and Noel are too close. I think it's Big Dog who they turn on.
Wow, it's a repeat of season one. Oh God.
Yeah,
Oh, there's two players we have in common that are still in the game, and that's Beth and Noel. Okay, 5th place, I have Barnaby. Barnaby
yeah,
still in the game for me. I think he's part of that Noel alliance. They've made it far together, but yeah, in my game they've all started picking each other off at this point. Like you lost Lenny, Isaac, and Oscar at 10, 9, and 8. Then they go back and take out Ben Roberts, and then Zhao, and then they're all looking at each other now.
yeah.
And then at this point in my game, the girls have teamed up, and the boys are just kind of picking each other apart. And Barnaby leaves here.
So I have Noel going here. I have a similar thing. There's civil wars happening, and I think the three, my Isaac, my Tate, my Beth Chadwick, I think the three who've been taken along, they've teamed up. They've realised what's going to happen, and they've just got rid of the big three.
Okay, so final four now. There's no idols, no nothing. Who do you have leaving in 4th place?
I have Isaac.
Isaac goes at 4. An
I think you
improvement
go
for
either
Isaac
way
then.
between my four and my three, and I think it's who I back to win the challenge, and I back the other person to win the challenge. I think he's a yes man, and I think he gets through and he does well, but I think that others turn on him. I think, yeah,
Oh, okay. I see what you've had. So you've had what Lenny, Big Dog, and Noel running the game with yes men, Isaac and Oscar,
yeah,
and then they all just go,
yeah. Then there's proper civil war.
just leaving the door open for Beth and Tate, presumably. Okay, who do I have in 4th? I have Noel is fourth for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah,
gets close, but he doesn't quite make it.
yeah. We both predicted North to go far.
Right, your final three, you have Oscar, Beth, and Tate. Presumably, Beth and Tate sticking together and knocking Oscar off.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It was between it depends who wins. I think immunity can mess it up, but I think Oscar wins it at 4, and I think Beth Chadwick wins it at 3,
Okay.
and takes Tate 3.
Okay, so third place for me is Carol.
Oh,
Who's yeah,
interesting.
been a bit slept on. I think he has the strategic chops to make it through. If he kind of gets a bit lucky early on, I think he can make an extremely deep run. So he's
Yeah,
my third place. So my final two is both the girls. Your final two is Beth and Tate.
yeah.
Okay. So in your one, who does everyone judge to have played the best game?
Beth Chadwick. I think Beth's the lead out of Tate and Beth, rightly so.
Okay, fair enough. What has
Well,
Tate
like
done in your game that like he'll try and pitch to the jury to get votes?
I don't think Tate has a good pitch.
He's clearly played the worst game and he's just not able to pitch it as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got, yeah, Beth and Lizzie at the end. I think in my version, Lizzie's just played a slightly more strategic game.
Ooh,
She's thought about it. She's taken out the people at the proper time. She sort of snakes her way through, and her and Beth have worked well together. And I think people will think that maybe Lizzie's the more dominant strategic one of the pair. And I say that purely because she's been on the podcast and is, properly talked strategy with us. I assume, to be fair, Beth's probably going to be fairly good as well. But
yeah,
either way, it will be an exciting finale, and it will be very intriguing as to who ends up winning this one.
yeah. I'm very excited.
Yeah, right. So those are winner picks locked in. Couple more categories now, so more of the fun ones. Okay, first one. Who will be the showmance of the season?
For me, Tate and Beth.
Okay.
I can just see it. I think it really comes to light on Sunday. I think they both realise they're in the play of bigger powers, and I think they form a strong bond, especially when Strath goes. Tate swoops in. Yeah, Tate's good with older woman. He'll do well.
Okay. My showmates, I haven't actually really thought about these categories actually. Who have I got going far together? I've got the girls. Do you know who would just be funny to pair together? In my game, I very much have Oscar and Ben Roberts' fates intertwined, eighth and seventh.
Really,
I think they go out back to back. Whenever it happens, I think they go out back to back. I'm going to say Ben Roberts and Oscar.
enemies to lovers.
Yeah. Next category. Who will be my favourite player, as in Mike's the hosts? When you're watching it back, you're just like, oh, come on, Mike is clearly loving everything so and so saying at Tribal.
It's got to be Lachlan or Lenny.
Oh, yeah.
Lachlan just for the pure, yes, Lachlan and Lenny knows the game. He's a veteran. He knows what to say.
Do you know,
Also, Noel Clark for similar reasons to Lenny. They've been here before. They know the game. They know the drill. Oh, I'll say Lachlan.
oh, damn it. Okay, right. I won't put
Ah,
Lachlan then.
I take your one.
I'll choose someone different then. I think who will I enjoy? I reckon I could get a good kick out of Carol just being Aggie in the minority.
Yeah, well, no, that'd be good. That'd be funny.
I'll enjoy him just getting frustrated. Okay, who will be the fan favourite? So last season, everyone was saying, "Oh, I love Lucy. I love Lucy." A few people liking Sock, but I think the
Like,
future.
most good people like him. The real winners of this world. Game knows game. I think, yeah, Tate's a very likable guy. Prone to a few funny moments. Good to have around. Not always the most clued on.
I'm going to say Zhao.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I think similar reasons to Tate there.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Who is going to be which tribe is going to lose the most number of times before the merge?
I'm gonna say Delfino. I think I
This
put on
is
my predictions. I put it evenly, but
this is
you've got
OG tribe as well. So.
you've got to back Oscar Josky Martin to be honest.
Yeah, I really did my best to make them as evenly matched physically as I could. So like you've got Oscar on one side, Strath on the other. You've got Ben Roberts and Noel with Strath, but then you've got Carol and you've got where did I put Kai? Oh, actually, that maybe Kai's actually quite a bit more solid than I thought. Actually,
Yeah, but then Ty, you don't know what he's gonna do.
that is true. Lenny's pretty solid. Theo's pretty good as well, and
Yeah,
Isaac as well, very solid. That's the thing. Like a lot of people here are just very, very good in the
yeah.
challenges, so it's yeah, hard to really call there. I can see like there being a power struggle on Delfino, which then causes them to just lose more. All right, I guess just for entertainment, I'll pick Lacerta. It's the tribe to lose. Okay, which player will be the most strategic?
Noel Clark. Me, no, Noel's more strategic than Big Dog. I think.
Yeah, especially because he's going to have to work from the beginning with Ben Roberts against him. I think Noel Clark.
Yeah, it's always a good pick picking Noel, isn't it? I think I'm gonna back him. He's claimed he's gonna do it. I'm
No way.
gonna back him up. I'm picking Isaac Duga as most strategic.
No. Uh,
You heard it here first. We're all gonna see it.
this
Okay,
was
who's
like another
gonna...
Paris winner pick.
Oh yeah, we should also Faris is our reserve. So if anyone drops out, Faris will be taking their place. Do you want to rank Faris anywhere specific? I
Yeah,
think.
last place. Big Talk's already said if Faust is in the game, he's voted him out first because it'll be funny.
Okay, all right. We'll we'll keep that in mind if Faris ends up taking someone's spot. Um, I back Faris enough that whoever spot he takes, I will assume he will also finish in that position.
There. Smart. Bet
Okay.
he's hoping Beth or Lizzie drop out then.
It's going to be a hell of a run. And then, like, I will be vindicated from my pick last season. Okay, who will be the biggest blindside victim?
Ooh. I think Big Talk will know. I think Barnaby. I think Big Talk will know his has come in. I think maybe Strath, but I don't think Strath would be too surprised. I think Barnaby's going to be properly blindsided. I think it's going to be quite sweet, at least for Noel.
I think Tate is going to get absolutely bodied.
Okay, that's actually quite a good pick.
Okay, this is a new ranking on my normal list. This specific to this season. Who will cause the most mayhem?
Lachlan, I think he'll be in a short time, but he's just going to be utter chaos. But you also got people like Kai, just unpredictable. Strath, yeah,
I think Tommy is pretty unpredictable as well. If a lot
yeah,
of these
true.
people
Tommy is
last
also a bit,
long enough, that's the beauty of this cast. I think it's a complete mixture of like very strategic players and very chaotic players.
yeah.
So like we're guaranteed that at least a few of them make it very far on each side.
I think it's a great cast. Excited for everyone.
I'm going to put Ben Roberts as most KM
Yeah, that's also a very good
because
pick.
in my season he goes quite far.
I think if Ben Roberts doesn't go out second, Ben Roberts is utter chaos. I'm so here for it.
Okay, who is going to be the season's challenge beast?
I don't want to say Oscar again. Beth Chadwick. I think he's got the brains. He's got the athleticism. Yeah.
Who have I got going far? I'm going to pick Zhao. He had the best challenge win rate in last season.
Oh, what was he like? 95, 90%.
We've been in 7-1-5 because there was a reward challenge at the start that he won. So he's
Oh,
on what,
wow.
like, what's
Five
that,
out of
like
seven.
83% or something?
Yeah.
That's obscene. Okay, and then flip that. Who's going to be the challenge worm? Who's going to be so terrible in the challenges?
I don't think Tate's going to be as good as people expect. Tate depends what side of the bed Tate wakes up on. Just mention the Swansea game to Tate. He'll know what it means. A game where Tate had three catch drops, by which I mean the disc went through his hand like that
Oh
three
dear.
times, and then he caught the disc once and threw it away instantly. And then had a 3 hour car ride home. So a great day out for Tate.
That's the problem with Swansea. Like, it's a you go there, it's a terrible game, and then you have to drive 3 hours back.
Yeah, I think Tate.
I think I'm going to pick Barnaby because it would just be really funny if he's just terrible in the challenges, but then still goes quite far. Who's going to be the snakiest player?
Oh, I'm just looking at my list. I can see Carol being quite snaky, but I put him up. Yeah, Carol will be quite. I can see Carol turning on Peter, and I think that'd be hilarious.
It's really tempting to just put Lachlan for everything.
Oh, so it's too easy.
Is Beth more likely to slit Strath's throat? I can't see her voting for Strath. I think I'm going to say Lizzie, and that's why they award her the win. Next category we've got a double. It's essentially like who will get the largest edit, who will get the Russell Hantz edit, and then who will get the Purple Kelly edit. Basically, no edits.
I feel like Noel knows how to give a confessional. He's going to be. I think he's going to be a big player. I think he's going to have a big edit. Smaller edit. I don't see Kai doing many confessionals. Kai either does like a 20-minute confessional or he doesn't do any. And I'm
Yes.
leaning towards the former, no, the latter even. So I think Kai, I think he's not going to do. I think during the challenges and during the strategy, he's going to be elsewhere.
Yeah, I think you're bang on there. I can't argue with that. I'm gonna go for Kai as well. I'm not sure which one I'd, as an editor, lean more towards, like the more just completely crazy ones, or if someone's given a lot of strategy, which one I'd prefer to put in. I think you really want a good mix. Do you know what? I'm going to say Tate for this one. Next category. It's the TG Robbo Award for who will be voted off with an idol.
I think Lizzie Greenfield goes with an idol.
Wow.
Or
Okay.
Barnaby. No, as I've already said Barnaby or something. I think Lizzie. I don't know. It's just that eighth place. It just screams boats up with an idol time,
Yeah, that's
and I
true.
just can't. I don't know. It's more
Oh,
that I
I've
can't
got
see
Oscar in
anyone.
eight, but there's no way he's finding an idol.
Yeah, true. Yeah, no way. I just can't see anyone else who later game who gets voted off of an idol. So sorry, Lizzie.
I think Strath is leaving with an idol. He's leaving with
Oh,
something.
yeah, that's a good. That's a safe vote.
Okay, as we're aware, there's usually several idle and advantages inside the game. So who will end up with the most of them? Last season it was fairly spread out. I think.
I think Big Dog gets quite. Big Dog just sniffs them out. That was also quite sneaky, like that.
Right, I'll say Carol for you. I will. I think this is Lenny's season. I think he's gonna find a few of them. All right, next one. Who will be a returning player from the season? If we ever do this again, who based off their performance this season will guarantee themselves a spot back? To be fair, I'm sure if there's another season, you'd probably be quite high pressed to choose someone that won't at least get asked. But
I think Isaac's gonna have a yeah. I don't know. I don't back him to change, but I've also backed him to go for. I think Isaac. You know what? Play quite a subtle will be interesting. I think he will. I think Isaac will have one big moment of betrayal, and I think that will be so unexpected, but it's automatically yeah.
okay, all right, yeah. There's quite a few potentials in here. Like Lachlan is obviously one that
Oh,
I'd
of course, you've not
want to pick
Lachlan
for
back.
anything. I think Tate could have a very good showing.
Yeah, agreed.
I could be fun. Ugh.
No, I think they all could come back, apart from fucking Ian. Fuck that guy.
I'm going with Barnaby. I think he'll be so
Yeah.
shit in challenges that we'll have him back. Okay, next category. Who is going to be the GOAT of the season? Who is just going to get dragged through the game, never do anything strategic, and everyone's going to want to sit next to them at the end?
Oscar. It's just Oscar, but Oscar and Isaac, they're both up there for me. But yeah, Oscar. I don't think that. At least Isaac said he would change his ways. Oscar seemed settled.
Do you know what? I'm going to put Ian because I haven't put him yet, and I want him to watch this back and realize that I've just put him as the worst ones at every possible opportunity. Okay,
Fuck
who's
you, Ian.
going? Yeah. Okay, who is going to be the most bitter juror?
I mean, you got your easy ones like that's Noel Clark. I think Ben Roberts. I think Ben Roberts is going to have an early exit, and he's going to be bitter.
But if he's got an early exit, then he won't be on the jury. So we want someone
Oh
that's going to give a
yeah,
jury speech that's really bitter. We didn't have many of them last season. We had Big Dog
no.
asking
Uh,
Divya if she only got there because he carried her through the game, which you could argue was quite bitter.
Lenny Greenfield, that man can have quite monumental head loss at a moment's notice. So I think he goes, and he's angry.
Yeah, I'll take the other one. Then I'll say no.
Yeah, it's one of those two.
Here's an interesting one. Who's going to give? This is a classic. This is more of a classic in like typical US Survivor. But who's going to give the most bait confessionals? Just like the most boring things. Just like, oh yeah, so we won the challenge, so now we're going to tribal council. Or just like, oh man, I was gutted when we lost the challenge. Or the classic, oh man, the dynamic is like I'm back at school again.
They're so tough. I'm just gonna say Theo because I haven't told him for anything.
Yeah, maybe someone that like probably
So
hasn't
he
seen
doesn't
the
really
show
know
as
the game, doesn't
much.
really know many people. Probably not one of the bigger players. He doesn't really have much to say about strategic wise. I think Theo.
Tempted to go Ian again, but I feel like now that's starting to cop out. I'm going for Carol, and I'd like Carol to watch this back in a few months' time and then message me and be like, "Come on, man, I gave you
Fuck
such
you.
great confessionals all the
Yeah.
time," and then I'll have to be like, "Yeah, to be fair." So that's my challenge to Carol right now. Okay, who is going to give the most dramatic final words upon being voted off?
Noel Clark told me he was already preparing final words yesterday, so I have to say Noel Clark.
Well, I think I'd rather him prepare his introduction video.
I'll pass that on. Noel's already revising his, so be scared.
Oh god, I love though he's got no idea who's going to be on his tribe and vote him off. He's got no clue, but he's just going to look straight into camera and be like, "I was going to win this thing." That's always my favorite one when they're just like, "If they didn't get me at this one, I would have gone to the end and won it," and they all know. Oh, that's my favorite. Okay, who's going to give dramatic final words? Big Dogs were very dramatic last season.
Yeah, Big Dog was a big one.
I could see like if Beth's still in the game when Strath goes. I can see like some,
Oh, definitely,
like
yeah,
I had to let myself go so that she could fly, that kind of
yeah,
thing. All right, I'm going Strath. All right, this is more like there's we got a couple more, and these are more specific for skunks and our seasons. Who's going to give me the most bullshit at tribal council? If you think back to all of the water analogies last season,
yeah.
who's going to just chat
Zhao,
complete shit?
Zhao's definitely one to chat in complete shit. I feel like Zhao will say like everyone else is on a plan, and Zhao will just be on a completely different plan. Or maybe Kai. Kai would just say
No,
something.
you can't have Kai. I'm taking Kai.
All right, I'll take Zhao then.
Who's going to be the best podcast guest
Lachlan.
in this beautiful world where we are able to film everything, everything goes to plan, and then we're able to edit it all together? You think Lachlan?
Lachlan. And oh yeah, easy.
I'm gonna go with fuck it, Theo, because I reckon if he goes early, then he could be extremely salty about it and just really just crap on people's games for the rest of the time. That'd be
That'd be
great.
good.
Who won't be friends after the game?
Ooh, Isaac and Tate. I think Isaac's going to be very bitter that Tate votes him out.
Wow, it's gonna be some
I think,
men's captain crime.
yeah. I think it's retention on the Skunks first team next year.
It's all right though, because Will Jeffrey will be president, so he'll be able to solve everything.
Correct.
It would be great if Carol and Theo have to move in
Oh,
together next year.
it would be so
One of them
funny.
having completely screwed the other one over. What's going to be the biggest outside of the game grudge?
Yes, Ben Roberts and Noel Clark.
Yeah.
Or Ben or Oscar.
Ben Roberts versus.
Either way, Ben Roberts is coming in hot.
I I was looking at this cast and I thought Ben Roberts has got, well, to be fair, before I looked at the full cast, but I thought Ben Roberts is going to do so much better this time than he did last time. But there's
I think he either does really well or he's in trouble early.
I think he needs to get through the first few and then
Yeah.
he's got like a very long runway after that. But
Yeah.
yeah, he just needs to hope that he doesn't lose early, I think. Do you know what? I reckon Carol and Big Dog, I reckon I think there's some like quiz related beef there. I reckon Carol's just like, nah, like I've
Get this
slept
man
under the
gone.
Big Dog team name for too long. Who even is this guy? He clearly
Yeah.
the best one. I'm gonna knock him down. All right. So do you have someone specific for Ben Roberts to feud with, or is it just Ben Roberts?
I'm gonna say Oscar just because that one's more. I can see Ben and Noel going at each other, but the Ben and Oscar one's been building since season 2, since that podcast. So
Yeah. Okay, and then our final two. Who's going to be the most likely to lie down in the redemption challenge?
I wouldn't think I would lie down. I think just stop and just start talking with the camera person.
Yeah,
Just that. Or just start talking to you, Mike, or just come and put his arm on your shoulder whilst everyone else is running about. And just going like, "What's up, my slice?" It's just I've got it like the imprint in my mind already.
I reckon also if he does go out early, he's going to spend the rest of the day just constantly doing it, just walking into camera shot.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like during the strategy for like 2 rounds later, it's quite an intense one, and he just wanders into shot.
Oh, 100%.
I'm going to say Tommy because I haven't put him yet, and also I've got him going early. So again,
Yeah,
I'm hoping to give him a
that's
boost.
also. I think that's also a good guess there.
Finally, who is going to be too pure for this game? We're going to watch it back and be like, oh, they just didn't know what they let themselves in for.
I think Tommy. Yeah. I think Tommy's not going to expect how cutthroat it is, and I think Tommy's really going to struggle to vote someone out.
You know, I'm going to say for similar reasons, I'm going with Lizzie.
Yeah, I think Lizzie's going to be ready to kill.
Well, I have now put Lizzie as my winner pick, the snakiest, and also now
Be
too
pure.
pure. So it's going to be, I'm not going to get all the points, put it that way. Okay, well, there's some lovely rankings there. What I'm going to have to do, I'm now going to have to forget all of these so it doesn't accidentally bias me.
Yeah.
Obviously, the players aren't going to see this before they go outside, but do you have any advice for anyone, for any of these players in this position, like, and the anticipation, the excitement?
Yeah, my best piece of advice is sleep with someone who has an idol. Preferably start this 6 months in advance of the game. But help me out. I'm sure it will help you out too.
Do you reckon anyone's going to be following that advice?
Big dog. Big dog by name, big dog by nature.
Yeah, oh, we should have put that as one of them. Oh, we could do a bonus one at the bottom. Who is is it just who is Big Dog going to get with from the car?
Yeah, yeah. Please, Lizzie Greenfield. I just love it. I just love it if Big Dog and Lenny's just a thing. I just think that Lenny would hate it so much.
God, what a weird like family that would be. Then you've got Liam, Beth, Big Dog,
Oh yeah, I forgot that would make
Lenny.
Liam part of Lenny's family in a way. Oh, that'd be so funny.
Wow, what a union that would be. Wow.
Uh,
I mean, obviously, you know, I'm rooting for Divya and Big Dog.
oh
That's
yeah, of course.
um oh, Divya did give me some tips actually on who she
Oh
thought might go far. When I was chatting with her in Malaysia. She, I believe, also picked Beth.
yeah, Divya knows game. Divya
um
knows ball.
she also picked Kai to make a
No,
deal one. And
no.
she also picked Big Dog, which,
Yeah,
her hands are tied
the
on that.
hands forced there.
We'll keep those in the back of our minds as
Yeah,
as we're
second
watching
place for a
this.
reason.
Yeah. So yeah, I think if Lizzie wins, then I get all of the credit here. And if Lizzie, sorry, I've cursed you now. Does this guarantee like a second round exit now for Lizzie?
Oh, probably, unfortunately, so.
Oh God.
Maybe Lizzie won't even make it. Her car might break down on the way.
Yeah, that is true.
Paris is called up.
All right, one more little bonus one. Who would be most angry when they get voted off straight away?
Who's come far? See, I think Lachlan's come like Lachlan, from my knowledge, is still abroad, but I don't think Lachlan would care when he goes. I think
Oh, I
if
mean,
Lenny goes early, Lenny's going to be quite mad coming from Leeds. I think Lenny's not going to be happy, or even a Beth Chadwick might be a bit angry if she goes early, just because she knows she should win.
yeah, just because she knows that someone's really cursed her by making it
Yeah, yeah,
because she knows that everyone watching it is just like, well, surely Beth's going to win this.
yeah.
Sock, is there anything while I'm still, preparing various things? Is there anything you want me just to throw into the season, just to shake it up a bit?
I would love whoever gets the most votes gets immunity. I think that would be so funny. Um, what else would I
What
love?
the second like it's just sorry, Lizzie's received all the votes, but actually this might
Yeah,
happen, it just so happens.
yeah, that'd be very funny. I think I'd love a challenge to go wrong and then need to be fuming again. That was so.
I
Yes.
put I put so much effort into so many of these challenges now,
Mm.
but
Oh, I
maybe I should deliberately like really half-ass one of them.
yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Sock, for all of your insight this season, and yes, well, but perhaps we'll be hearing more from you as the season progresses.
Thank you very much for having me.